for me, that started back with the Improving Herds program. So that was, I think, 2016, and all our 2014 heifers, either in milk at the time or about to calve, were DNA tested, and we come up with a BPI from that, and went through the process of working out what their payback was as far as they went through their lactation. And at the end of lactation, all the numbers were stacked up, and it just showed, as it did in all the 27 dairies that participated, that the top end of the herd outproduced the bottom end of the herd by quite a bit. In our case, it's sort of 800 litres, I think, from the top end to the bottom end. And to look at the herd, you wouldn't pick that, and I rarely probably looked at that. I just, you'd probably think about it a few times, but you just keep milking them. And it was just good to see that come out in hard numbers. You probably sort of half hope you got all these whiz-bang cows in your head because we've been breeding for a while, but we were right back in the back end of the pack as far as in amongst a few of the other fellow people in the program. But half the herd was below zero and the other half was above. The top cow was 160, the bottom cow was probably 160, minus 160. So it was a fair spread there and a long tail. And but we've seen dramatically just by chasing those numbers a little bit harder that we have improved quite a bit over the last 3 or 4 years. With the numbers that we're getting back, we're able to look at who's at the top end. So I've been using sex semen over that top end group. Originally I was using conventional semen in the middle there, and then just dairy beef on the bottom, or exporting the bottom heifers. So I'd get rid of the bottom 10%, and it gave us a really easy way of just putting a line through it and just send them off. And then the conventional bulls, I was still getting Frisian bull calves, and I sort of wanted to get away from that. We've sort of got a direct supply, and I'd like to get away from that as quickly as I can. So now we've looked at just using sex semen over the top end and coming down a little bit further with the sex semen probably, and then just dairy beef over the bottom end. And so I've got the idea then is to have no Frisian bull calves in the herd delivered. I've been rearing all my beef just lately because I can see there's going to be a market for it over the next 3 or 4 years. So it's all working for us. I think at the moment we're just hitting a bit of a purple patch. Of all the things I've done, this one is probably for me a game changer, and it just helps you with your breeding decisions. So it's always, in the old days, you got all these journals with all the different fancy bulls, and they had some really nice glossy photos, and I used to get the dartboard out and just throw it at the board there, working out who was the hot bull for the week, and it just drove you nuts trying to work out what direction you're trying to do. At least here you got really hard numbers. You've got the Good Bulls app, a good guide, and it just shows you all the bulls that are around, where they sit within their group, and what traits they have, and a fantastic bit of technology to have on every farm. Whenever the Improving Herds program was dreamt up, and who was behind it, whoever was behind it, the guys obviously knew where we need to drive production for Australia dairy, just to keep ahead of the pack, the rest of the world. Just milk good cows, not bad cows, and keep breeding for those better cows, and doing something else with the bottom end cows. So that was part of their philosophy, I guess, at the time. I really don't know, but you can see that there's definitely a payback in it.